I go to work, bitch.
Hello and welcome back to Stoneblock 2. In this episode I'd like to go over this. All this here. I think this is Applied Energetics 2. This will take a long time to build, trust me. Now, if you've been following me from the beginning, we had a wall across here, an opening, and this is where we bred all our cows. We started to do our cows. Now, as you can see, because we're getting into doing more and more and more machines, I've had to get rid of the cows. They're all the way down the end here now. They're all up there giving us our stuff. I've had to put, because we're starting to use a lot more different styles of machines, they're starting to pour into this area, and we are running out of room a wee bit. I'm probably going to take that down because I don't see the point in using it anymore. That was our last episode doing those there. But I'm going to show you how to make this. It uses a lot of materials, which you should be able to do if you've been following us week in, week out. But it takes a lot of time. Now, this is an absolute godsend. It stores everything possible, but it will store one item and keep stacking it in there and in there and in there the whole way. Look how much stuff we've got in here now. Even the buckets, it's even stacking buckets. It even stacks 3 swords together. This is like our little tablet here. It's our little tablet here, where it stores all the stuff in there, and you write down what you want, click on it, and then it puts it in here. Let me get rid of that actually. Puts it in here, and we can craft it from this. Well, this can hold 300 items. This, it's endless, and all we've got is the lowest key, the lowest card you can use in here. It's only a 1k, 1000 storage cell. Got 10 in there and 10 in there. Well, we had 3 or 4 of these that we won through loot crates, so I stuck 3 in here. But I think I'm going to struggle to fill 2, let alone 3. These machines here, these are the machines you're going to need. Inscriber, this is for making the crystals that we need. This is just a power supply. You cannot connect the power that these run off to this. It has to be from this. This will power all 6 of these. So you must use an energy acceptor. You can connect the power from these to this, but you can't connect them to any of these. It won't work. So, after showing you around, I hope you enjoy it. Now we'll go on and get on with making these parts and doing the build. Now then, oh dear, he's still got his mask on and everything else. Bless him. Look at him, he's up there. Got his shield on as well. Damn. Right. Well, what we need to do first, we need to make ourselves some crystals. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. In your rewards and in the loot crates, I don't know which one it was, but we got quite a few of these flux blocks. Well, you can put a flux blocks in a crafting table and it will give you 9 of these. But there is another way of doing it. Now, what you need is, you're going to need some redstone. I did a stack of each because I knew I was going to use quite a lot of it. You need some redstone, you need some, I can't remember what it was now. Oh, you need some crystal. But we need the charged crystal. We'll probably be down the bottom. Yep, so we need a stack of that. Oh, great, I messed that up already. So I'll just get rid of that. And then we need some quartz. Or quartz shards. Need a stack of them. Oh,
What did you do?
Sure, they're in here. They're in here.
1 hour later.
Well, there is a lot to do in this one. I'm trying to go as quick as I can. Right. Once you've got these, if you throw these into water, now I'm going to fly above because each time I tried it, it kept throwing it back at me. So
I want to see this epicness.
if I throw this into water here, you'll see the magic happen. Now you see them all jumping around, and there we go.
It's like when you put something in the water and all the fish went away.
Yeah. Now I've got 2 stacks. So out of 1 stack of each, I've now got plenty of those. That is how you make those crystals. Quite easy.
Look what you created now. You create this monster. I'm going to get you with my shield and my sword.
Right then. Moving on. This item here, this is a material stonework factory. This is brilliant. This is going to take over from all of our sieves. I will show you it later, but I will need to set this machine up to get our silicon. There is other ways of getting our silicon. If you followed us before, we have got silicon from the trees in one of our other tutorials, but this is going to do much better. If I get time, I'll include this. If not, we'll have to leave it for another day, because I've got all this, all that there, all this here, all the way across here to go through with you to show you how to make that. So the first thing we need to make, we need to get ourselves an induction smelter. You need yourself a block of invar and a gold ingot, and that will make you your inscriber logic press. Then you have to do the same again, another block of invar with a diamond, and this will give you your inscriber engineering press. Then again, block of invar and a Certus quartz crystal, not the charge one, this is just the Certus one, and that will give you the inscriber calculation press. And then last but not least, a block of invar, a piece of silicon, and that will give you your inscriber silicon press. Now, before you can start using these, you need to make yourself an inscriber. Now, I'll show you how to make an inscriber here, but we're not going to use this inscriber. Yes, we are. We're going to use this inscriber there to give us the next components we need, and then we're going to make the next stage up one, because it will work a lot faster, it saves a lot more time. So, where you've made your flux crystals here, you need 1 in there, 5 pieces of iron, and 2 sticky pistons, and that will make you the inscriber. This is the basic one, the low end one. Now I've placed these down as 4 individuals, because to make each of these parts you've got to do it in a certain way. So where we just made our inscriber silicon press, you need to add silicon to it, and it will produce you with printed silicon. Then to make the printed engineering circuit, you take the inscriber engineering press again, add a diamond to it, and that will make you printed engineering circuit. Then if you put your printed engineering circuit with a piece of redstone, that will make you your engineering processor. And here, if you do the same again but add silicon to it, I can't see the difference between these two. That and that seems the same to me, but it's telling me to make 2 different types. So I've just done as I was asked. Now, to make the advanced inscriber, which works a lot faster than these, trust me, you're going to need it. You take your inscriber, 2 hoppers, and 2 of the engineering processors we just made. These are the ones with the rubber, with the silicon on it, and 4 iron ingots, and it will give you the advanced inscriber. The only reason why I'm doing this is this works a lot faster than those, and there is a lot to get through. Now, I'll show this bit. If we need to make ourselves some nether quartz dust, now to do that we need to get ourselves a pulverizer and put nether quartz in it. If you've been following me week on week, like I say in every video, you'll have stacks of this stuff in there, probably about 4,000 of it or more. Just put a couple of stacks in there, do it all up, because you're going to need quite a bit of that. Now you take that nether quartz dust, 5 pieces of it, with just 4 pieces of normal glass, doesn't matter if it's coloured either, just to make your quartz glass. Then take your quartz glass, add it with 4 iron ingots and another one of these flux crystals, and it will make you an energy acceptor. Now, the reason why you've got to make this energy acceptor is purely because these machines, all of these machines, everything we're building here, apart from these ones we've just placed down, that one there and that one there, but none of these machines run off the same RF, the same connections that these use. They need the energy acceptor. What you do is you'd connect your power supply as I've shown here. It's on the yellow channel, so it's drawing from that one over there, which is our tutorial one. So this sends power to this, and this will then power up all of these. So all the machines you've seen over there that I showed you when we first started the video, you see that sitting right at the bottom. That is what's powering all the machines around it. You cannot power it with this. As you can see, this is connected to this, but this won't connect to that because it needs to connect via this. So this is why we're having to make this. You're only going to need one of these, but I'd probably make a couple of them because you're going to have various machines running from them. Again, over there you'll be using it quite a lot. I'd make probably 3 of these inscribers because you're going to need it. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting and waiting a long time. Now, these ME drives, I'll show you how to make one of these, but we had 4 of these that we won for our challenges. You know when you do your quests up here, and when you do some, you can then click on them to get your reward. Well, we had 4 of them sitting in our vault down the bottom there. So I just pulled these out. But for those of you that are jumping straight through to this, I'll show you how to make them anyway, because they're not too bad. You're going to need 2 engineering processors, 4 iron ingots, and 2 ME glass cable flux. Now, I did somewhere show you how to make them. I think they're over here because I made them again over here. So to make the that's quartz fibre, that's not the right one either. But this one then. Yeah. ME glass cable flux. You get some quartz fibre, which is this here, 6 pieces of glass with the nether dust that we just pulverised over there. Then you add it with 2 lots of flux crystal like that, and it'll give you 4 at a time. Let's run back over here again. I kind of misjudged that somewhat. So yeah, so that is how you make your ME drive. I made well, I didn't make any of these. I've got 4 of these, but I would suggest making 2 if you can. If not, just stick with 1. But 2 will give you a lot more movement with your storage. Now you're going to need to make yourself a flux point, because the flux point has got to connect to this. You might have some of these left over from the last episode I just did. If you haven't, this is how you make them. 4 flux cores and a redstone block. Right then. What have I done in these? Oh, this was just showing how they worked. I wanted to wire them all up. So you've got your 3 pieces there. It does exactly the same as that, but it does it a lot faster. So there's some silicon. There's some printed logic circuit. That's gold, because we'll be using that soon. So make yourself some more quartz fibre. Make yourself some more ME cable. I'd probably do a stack, because you're probably going to use a stack by the time we get through this. Like I said earlier on over there, 4 pieces of flux crystal will make you a flux block. I don't know, when it shows me 2 versions in this. To make that block I can either do 4 or I can do all 9. So I don't understand the principles in that, but there we go. If it's saying 4, it means we're using 5 less. We then got to make ourselves a crystal growth accelerator, because we need to make a crystal from this. You can't get it any other way apart from making it in this. And there's various other things, processes we've got to go through before we can put the crystal seed in there to then grow it. So you'll need 2 pieces of quartz glass, 4 pieces of iron ingot, 2 pieces of a glass cable, and one flux block. Next, we're going to be doing the I'm losing the plot. There's so much to do here. It's really doing my head in. You need to make 6 of these, because this is only the internals of this machine. This is the growth chamber. These are growth accelerators, which you need 6 of, with a chest, a hopper, and 1 piece of ME glass cable, which will give you your crystal growth chamber. Now, you need to get yourself some normal Certus quartz crystal and turn it into dust for a pulverizer. You then need to take that Certus dust, stick it with some sand, and it will make you some quartz seed. Now, if I take just one of these for a moment, this is the machine we've just made through these processes here. What you do is you get your seed, you plonk it inside, and you'll see a little percent mark going up. It's growing the seed into a proper crystal. Or the type of crystal that we're going to need. It takes a bit of time. This is why this has taken me the best part of 3 hours to do. Well, let's not joke now. The best part of half a day. Yeah, half a day to do all this. Right, so this makes you your pure Certus quartz crystal. So that is how you make that. This is just a power supply to power this. Like I said, these machines only run off this, off the energy acceptor, and then I have to put a flux point to it to give it power, to give that power. It's a pain, but it's not too bad when you start to build. Now, just done that bit. Now you need to make 3 more component parts. So this is in our advanced inscriber. You need an inscriber calculation press this time with pure Certus crystal, quartz crystal, which is what we've just made, and this will make you your printed calculation circuit. The reason why this has got 64 in there and 5 in there is because I wanted to show you what it made so you can see. And the only way I could do that was stick 64 in here and wait for the energy to run out, which is why there's 5 there. I only wanted 1 there, so 1 crystal will make you 1 of them. Again, your inscriber silicon press this time. Put it in with silicon and it will make you your printed silicon, just like over there, but this machine will do it faster. And then you combine these two together with some redstone, I believe. Yep. So you take your printed calculation circuit you've just made, your printed silicon you've just made, and a piece of redstone, and that will give you the calculation processor. Again, we're going to need to use our pulverizer again, because this time we're going to put flux crystal inside here because we need to pulverize it. So you're going to need some flux dust. Now this is now getting to the interesting part. This piece here is the illuminated panel. This is only part of the process of making the ME crafting terminal. This is what this next section is. Now you take your quartz glass, 3 in there, 2 pieces of glowstone dust, 1 piece of redstone dust, and an iron ingot, and that will make you 3 of these illuminated panels. The next section is really easy. I don't know why they're getting us to do this. You take that you've just made, and all you do is put it in the crafting table, and it turns it into a bright illuminated panel. You then take your bright illuminated panel and you have to mix it with 2 other items before you can take it to the next section. So this here is a annihilation core. Oh my god. Yeah, welcome
that sounds like a mouthful.
Welcome to Speak English.
What?
So, yeah, so this is that here. We'll call it Annie. There we go. It's an Annie core. So you need your logic processor that we've just made, the flukes dusk we've just pulverized, and some nether quartz, and that will give you 2 of them. You only need 1. The next one you have to make is this, the formation core. I can pronounce that one. So you need some charged Certus quartz crystal, some more of your flux dust, and another logic processor. Gives you 2 again. You only need one of each. So now what you do is you take the bright illuminated panel we've just made, the 2 cores, the formation core and the Annie core, and with a logic processor, and that will finally give you your ME terminal. You then take that, add the calculation processor that we made down there, you add it with your ME terminal and a crafting table to give you your ME crafting terminal. Then, because I thought that was the end, then you have to make yourself some of these. I think you have to make 4 of these. Yeah, you have to make 4 of these for each next part we're going to do, which is why I've put down 10, because you've got 10 slots inside an ME machine, the ME drive. So I'm going to make 10 of these because I want to make 10 card slots to go in it, or 10 cards to go in the slots. So you should have lots of this. If you've been following us, the only part that's going to cause you probably cause you a few problems, it shouldn't do if you've been following us from day one, is the logic processor. But it's only gold, so it shouldn't be too bad. So you need 40 pieces of redstone, 40 pieces of charged Certus, and 10 pieces of logic processor. You take the 1K ME storage components that you've just made, you mix it with, and again I've done this as 10 because I've got 10 going into one machine. I've got 3 machines, so I did 30 in total, but I'm just doing it as 10 for now. So you've got 20 quartz glass, 30 redstone, 30 iron ingots, and 10 the 1K ME storage components, which will give you your 1K ME storage cell. Now these are the bits that give you the extra room inside. Now these next 3 pieces here was that when I built the machine and I placed the ME crafting terminal up, you could see the 2 wires behind it. So this part is just to make the facet to go in front. And because my facet I thought was polished andesite, it wasn't, it was stone. This was just to show you how to make the facet that fits behind it, because when you put this down on the wall, it's not a complete block size. So you can see the workings behind it. Because I had cables behind mine connecting up all the other machines, I didn't like it, so I placed that down, then placed this on top of it, and it fits a lot better. You wouldn't know it's there. So to make that, you need to get yourself 2 sticks, 2 pieces of normal Certus quartz glass crystal, and 1 ingot will make you the Certus quartz cutting knife. You then take that, put it in a crafting table with an iron ingot, which will make you 3 cable anchors. You need a minimum of 4, so you're going to have to do this twice. Then you take the block of your choice. Mine I thought was polished andesite, turned out it wasn't. And you put the 4 cable anchors around the outside, and it makes you 4 cable facet polished andesite. That's how you hide it. Now then, to get into the workings of it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the bits and pieces that I need together, and I shall build it in the middle here just so you can see how it's all put together, not how you build it. So I'll show you how to connect it all together. you then decide how you want to design it yourself. I only had a 9-block gap, so I stuck it down there. Right then, I think I've got all the pieces together, so I'll show you how I compacted all mine together. You could do yours however you want. Now I placed this on the floor, and then what I did was underneath it I put down my power supply to it from my yellow power over there, my main network. So that should be now powering this. And then what I did was I stuck this one side. So that's now being powered by that. I stuck this the other side. I then stuck one there, and then I'll put one on top. So I need to get my cable and put that there that connects these up. Now I don't believe I had to put a cable from there to there because it was doing it directly beside it. So that's all right. And then I put another one of these on top. Nope. On top there. That's how I had mine, but I had 3. But we'll do this just with 2, just to make it a bit simpler. And then I got this and placed that there. So you can see what I mean. You can see the cables behind it, and that's why I made the facet. So you put the facet down, it blocks it all in lovely. You then go and get your cards, which are in here. So I'll take 10 of those, please. Thank you very much. I should just fill one of them up. I won't fill both of them up because I need to go and do this all over again. But if you place these in like this, you should then see them go green, which means it's all getting power. That one will be all green as well. That's like this because there's none inside it. This is what you'd put your stuff on. This is already working anyway. It just goes to show this is all working okay. And this, if you put your stuff inside it. So that is all I basically did. It is that simple. Damn. It takes so long to build all this, to get all the bits. Trust me, I've spent the best part of half a day doing all this, putting all this down to show you. I was doing all this whilst I was building mine. It's taken me the best part of half a day to do this. Having it like this would have been so much easier, but you click inside here and now you can start firing all your items inside it and it will sort it all out. The only thing I will say, whatever you do, do not put your storage tablet in there. It will wipe it clean. So you put all that inside there. That's lovely. That's storing it. Click on it. Got it whenever you want. Superb. Now, just to quickly show you all the items that I've got in here, and there's a lot. Trust me, it'll fall down. All these items here. All these items here. All these items here. From our farm and from our endstone and our netherrack can all now, I can take it out of here and store it in over there. I'll leave this as it is because I need all this to come somewhere. There's different cables running to from different areas over our base here that runs to each separate one. Like all this lot is coming from the trees, which is all behind this wall. All this lot here is coming from our sieves, which is all the way down there, which I'm going to upgrade in our next tutorial. And then all this here is coming from our farming, which is all the way behind there. And then all this here is coming from our end sieves and our netherrack, which is sat all the way over the far end of our base. So I really do not start messing around with all this. So I shall start taking this out bit by bit and put half this lot in my one so that I've got it as and when I need it. So as you can see, it's all nice and compact, all inside here. I can tell you now, the panel behind this, that's a facet, and because I had to put power to that, that is also a facet. You wouldn't know by looking.
It's so, like a normal block.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very good. So I hope you enjoyed that. I say I had 3 on mine. I've got 3 lots on mine, only because I had them, and these 1000 ones are so cheap to make. I mean, let me just quickly show you. Storage cell. Come on, lag spike. Right, I've made this one, the ME storage cell 1K. Right, it's the lowest one you can do. There's a 4K, a 16K, a 64K. Then you've got fluids. Well, I didn't know you could do fluids for this. I don't know what these other ones are. I'm still learning this myself. Looks like you can do gases as well. There's lots and lots you can do to this. Lots and lots you can do to this. So there's so many upgrades. I mean, I've noticed in here that you've also got these here. So this also upgrades things as well. So there is lots and lots this can do. It really can. I've just recently learnt this. I built all this quite some time ago. It's taken me a while to then, all the machines that I had scattered around all over the place, I had to redo again up there because I can't come down here and show you. It would take me the best part of the day to show you each individual bit, putting each one in there, waiting for it to do. So yeah, this is really, really clever, really, really good. It will solve your storage problems because you could store everything in there, even stores, I might find it in here, even stores all your buckets. So it doesn't do it individually, it stacks them. As well as, I put 3 diamond swords in it, stack them as well. So it's going to save no end of room. So, yep, applied energetics. We started with it. I would imagine there's going to be a lot more to do with it. And that has drained the life out of me. I hope you enjoyed what I've shown you.
Just stand down and watch you do that all day.
Thank you. I hope I've explained it well enough. I try and cover as much as I possibly can, but as you can see, there is a lot to take in. So, like, subscribe. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the game as much as what you do, and goodbye.
Yes, in a bit, guys.
In a bit.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's